Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. Happy Father's Day. This is the very special Father's Day edition. Our founder, Jack Roeser, and his son, Tom. And we were talking about OTTO, but now, Tom, OTTO moved from building this beautiful area along the lake to purchasing some homes. And I would like to hear, and I'm sure our listeners would like to hear a little bit about OTTO Homes.
When, if you drive through Carpentersville in 2006 or 7, what you saw was the problem that we had down in downtown Carpentersville, and it got fixed. But the housing stock got very tired. And with the foreclosure crisis that happened in 2007 and 8, now you had a bunch of people who left the town, and they left an abandoned house. Mm-hmm. And what I saw was there was no leadership from the government here, and 200 vacant homes are going to be a huge problem. Huge problem. And we went to various agencies, the state, the county, the city. We even worked with Habitat for Humanity, who I was hoping to try to get them into the remodeling mode. They are now, but they weren't then. They were build a new home mode. But nobody knew how to help, so we rolled up our sleeves and said, we cannot afford to have Carpentersville become Detroit. We've rebirthed this area. That area is pulling us down. And we started really in an area called Morningside. It was 135 townhomes that you didn't want to go in there. And the police were in there every day. It was gang infested. There were shootings in there. And we started buying up houses, townhomes. And
we'll go there at night.
And made them very nice. The outsides are still a little bit worn because I don't own a whole building yet. But we now own 67 of them. I get an application a day for a townhome rental there because people want to move there. Our rents are inexpensive because we want to tell them, you must be a good citizen or I'm going to kick you out of there. And but that's a two-way street. If they're a good citizen, I'm happy too. Mm-hmm. So it started by trying to get a gang-infested area gone. And if you ask the police today, they will say they don't go in there ever. So it has saved money for the town too. But next to that is where the Homes by OTTO started, was the foreclosure crisis. And when you have an abandoned home, that is a horrible thing. So we have been buying and fixing them now for 5 years. And we're now starting to sell them at a much faster pace as people are more stable financially. Someone who lost their home in 2007 has now been 6 years since they had a foreclosure event, and they're now getting ready to qualify.
The word is getting out that Carpentersville is a beautiful place to be.
Well, we've started a storm. Jack would say, you know, sometimes you just got to light a little match and it'll make a big fire. And we started this little match of, you know, you had to fix a critical mass so that others would come in. And there's now people coming in and doing what we're doing. But we had to fix 150 vacant homes before others would see that there was hope here.
Wow.
And we
it's
have.
leading by example.
Oh, it's now terrific. And the neighborhoods are great. And what I tell people is, you know, if you fix one house, there are 5 houses around every house, 1 on either side and 3 across the street. And we had to start labeling our contractors' trucks Homes by OTTO because the neighbors were calling the police on our contractors because they didn't know who they were. So it turns out that the neighborhood not only is getting its capital fixed, but the neighborhood association is starting to become very vibrant. People are fixing their own homes. They're looking at their neighbor's house to make sure that it's safe. I mean, if you haven't been to Carpentersville in the last 5 years, please come. And you can buy a brand new home on homesbyotto.com, and you'll see what we've got as far as we tear them all apart, make them brand new. And I'm not trying to make any money on it. I don't want to trash the market for the other people.
Tell them more about how far you take those homes apart. And it's new roof, new siding, new windows, new doors. Skin the whole inside and rebuild it, insulate it, and put all new appliances all through the home. The furnace, the washing machines. When somebody moves in, they're looking at brand new sparkling appliances, everything.
You don't need to use your credit card for anything other than the shower curtain.
So you actually put washers and washing machine and dryers in there and refrigerators?
Sure. Wouldn't you want a home like that? I mean, you've got a washer and dryer, you got a disposal, you got a dishwasher, you got a microwave, you got an oven and a refrigerator. All the appliances are stainless steel, and I'll sell them for what we have in them. And some of them are 120,000, and some of them are 160,000, the bigger tri-level. But it's a terrific value for me, and a terrific value for them.
You're selling them. Some people have probably doubt that you're selling them for what you have in them. Nobody does this without making a profit. You don't look at it as a profit maker, do you, Tom?
I'm making a terrific profit. My turnover is 0. People say, why don't you go get a job at OTTO? That's a nice place to work.
You're talking about the company, OTTO Engineering, now.
Yeah, I mean, this is good for us, too.
It's adding value to the entire community.
Absolutely. And, you know, people say, oh, you're doing it to line your pockets with gold. I'm already rich. I don't need to get richer. I'm not trying to get richer. I'm trying to make sure that this environment continues to maintain what we built for everybody.
And thrive.
And it's working.
And it's thriving.
I got a birthday card from an assembly line up in the plant. That was 2 years ago this happened. And so I went up and thanked the people for sending me the birthday card. And there was one lady there I'd never met. And I says, you're new to me, what's your name? And she says, yes, I've been working here a little less than a year. Anyway, I'll tell you what she told me when I asked her for her name.